darlings, I'm Brian, and you're watching The Brian Darling Show. Tell us a little bit about the Book of Mormon for those 3 or 4 people out there who have not heard of this production yet.
The Book of Mormon is a show written by Matt Stone and Trey Parker, creators of South Park, among many, many other ventures, and Bobby Lopez, who wrote Avenue Q. So those 3 guys got together and wrote this beautiful show about 2 Mormon missionaries who go out to change other people's lives and end up, I think their lives end up being changed for the better. So that's the short story.
This is one of the kinds of shows, in my opinion, where you really have to see it. There's so much going on. These production numbers are amazing. Now, you actually are the understudy for the lead character.
That's correct. I'm the standby for the Broadway company for Elder Price, and I've been on 44 times for the lead role in Book of Mormon. So. Oh,
that is so amazing. I mean, literally at 5 minutes to 8, they could call you and say you're going on.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't happened that close yet, but it has happened right about a half hour where I found out that I'm going on, and we've had a couple scares here and there that we think I'm going to go on mid-show, but that hasn't happened for me yet. It has happened for the Cunningham character. There's also a standby for the Cunningham role.
Now, KJ, you've done, gosh, I'm looking at your list of shows here. Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great show. Everybody saw Wicked. That was here at the Pantages for quite a long time as well.
Yeah, there's 2 tours of Wicked, and I was on the other tour actually, but they did play the Pantages for a long time. Yeah.
Take us onto the stage, and you're just doing your last number. Everybody's going wild. What kind of feeling is that?
It's incredible. I mean, there's no other word to explain it. I think that we as actors, it's why we do what we do, to get a reaction like that, to feel like you've moved that many people. And this is one of those special shows where you get that feeling every single night. And, we've all been a part of shows that aren't that way. And, and it's such a pleasure to have that kind of response at the end of the night, because you know that they were with you the whole way through. So there's not another word. It's just incredible.
I got to tell you, these theaters, I've really only in my life been to New York maybe 4 or 5 times. But the thing that I really like about the theaters on Broadway are you walk out of the theater and the stage door is like right next to where you go in. And you could be walking down the street and, there's Harvey Fierstein, there's Bernadette Peters. These people are all over the place, and they come out and they take your picture with them, they sign autographs. I think it's a lot more personal. We don't have that kind of theater atmosphere, unfortunately, in Hollywood. We only have the Pantages and a couple of other theaters downtown right now. But that Broadway experience it's got to be amazing.
Yeah, I toured a lot before booking this show. This was my Broadway debut, and I think that the touring houses are great in a way because they're so huge and they can fit so many people, but they're not as personal as the Broadway houses. They're just not. I mean, here the audience is right at your feet, and yeah, you walk out and people are waiting, to sign autographs, and I mean it's you're all right there, and I'm constantly running into people, and I'll walk past Samuel L. Jackson or Patrick Stewart, or every day you're walking past people who are going to their jobs, but it's very intimate in New York, and it's a great city.
Now, what advice would you have for some youngster who really wants to get into the theater and do this kind of work? What advice would you have for them?
Do it as often as possible. Try to get involved in every community theater program that there is in your community, and never give up. If it's what you really want, you just have to keep plugging. We as actors, we get rejected time and time and time again, and for every success stories we have at least 10 or 15 stories of failure. So it's all about just keep on going and keep your eye on the prize, and eventually, if you believe in yourself enough, you'll make it. So,
well, of course, that's another showstopper. Believe, or I Believe, is that what it's called? Is that the name of that one?
Yeah, I Believe. It's in the second act. I think that may be considered the 11 o'clock number. I'm not sure, but I think that would be it. Yeah.
There's so many. I can't really even pick one. I can't even pick one. Now, your lovely wife, Brooke, who we've had on the show before, and we're going to bring her back. She's an actress.
That's right. Yeah.
And she's got that web show, Sitting on Babies.
It's some really good stuff. She knows what she's doing with that. So you should definitely check it out. SittingOnBabies.com. It's on YouTube and Funny or Die, but I think this next section will probably come out on coldcast.com.
Oh, and I saw your wedding proposal on somebody's website. That was so cool.
Yeah, that was a good day.
I like that one. Shoot us across.
She did not see it coming, and that made me happy.
Well, you picked a good one. And listen, when you guys are out in LA, give me a call right here at the Brian Darling Show, and I'll make sure that Beverly Hills is ready for you guys.
We will absolutely let you know, and hopefully we'll get out there soon because we love California.
Well, you're always welcome on the Brian Darling Show. And KJ, I just want to thank you for staying up late and popping in. I know you got a lot of stuff to do. So,
well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks so much for joining me, KJ.
Thank you.